Hi, and welcome to today's daily reading for the 20th of March. And today's reading is coming from Peace in Our Hearts, Peace in the World by my friend Ruth Fishel. And it's Meditations of Hope and Healing. And I also got the copy of this same book, but it's now titled Time for Peace. And it's like a purple cover. So you can maybe find this one. I love this blue one and I love the title. But the reprints are now purple, Time for Peace. So today, March 20th, says, "The sun doesn't stop shining because some people are blind." And that's a quote from Mark Maple. Just because some people can't see the path to peace does not mean it is not there. Just because some people don't realize that killing does not create peace does not mean it is not true. Those of us who know in our hearts that love, forgiveness, and compassion are the stepping stones to peace are so blessed. We can choose to feel love instead of hate and peace instead of anger. Today I choose to practice love, forgiveness, and compassion every chance I get. I am so grateful that my heart is full of peace and love. When I think about what's going on around the world at the moment, and I'm sorry, the fan just kicked in and there might be a bit of noise in the recording. When I think about what's going on in the world today, there's so much war and killing, which isn't going to be the path to peace. And I don't know how many wars and how much killing we need to have until people understand that. But there is so much hatred and so much fear and so much need for revenge and being right that, the peaceful path doesn't seem for many the way to go. They ridicule it. They say that's not the way, that's being a doormat, that's being, weak. We have to show strength. For me, strength is coming from a place of peace. It's coming from a place of calm. It's coming from a place of acceptance that everybody's different and that we are not automatically right in what we believe. It's coming from a place of compromise sometimes, that we need to listen to the other party to discover where our similarities are and where our differences are, and how can we work together to resolve a conflict. And that can be a small conflict, in our own homes or our own workplace that needs some love and compassion. But, it can also be these huge conflicts that are going on around the world. And yes, the leaders of the world, I hope, are doing things for the people of their country. But I think sometimes their own personal egos come into it, and their own personal need to be right comes into it. And over the years, I have realized that needing to be right and being happy are not the same thing most of the time. So rather than trying to persuade someone that my point of view is right, I would rather be happy. And it's not that I've become a doormat, because I haven't. I'm stronger now than I have ever been. And I have this little card beside me saying, "I see a strong woman," and that is who I see now that I look in the mirror. But it's not the previous version I had of strong. Strong was very different for me when I was younger. But now the strength I have comes from being strong in my beliefs, strong in myself, strong in my self-acceptance, and also strong in the acceptance that I am not always right. Much as you would love to be right all the time, I would love to be right all the time. Wouldn't that make us great? We're not, and because somebody is different and they do things differently, they just do them differently. They just don't do them our way, and we may not approve of the way that it's done. But evolution, if we look at evolution through the westernized world and how things, have changed in humanity over the centuries, what was acceptable even last century is now no longer acceptable. So we have to have some allowances for cultures that are behind the Western civilization, and they have to be nurtured and helped through the tumultuous times. Anyway, that's my 5 minutes up. I could talk about this subject for a long time, but I won't. So namaste, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.